Ugh. Hi guys! Ugh. In this video I like to compare these two basses. It's my Musicman Stingray from the 90s and it's a cheap one, a Quinto bass from the 90s. So I want you to close your eyes and just listen. No. I don't want you to close your eyes because of course you will mention the difference and of course you will hear the difference between my Musicman Stingray and this cheap guy. But the Musicman is way more expensive and I want to ask myself, is it worth the money? Let's find it out. So you guys, we start with my beloved Musicman Stingray. And it's the one from 1993. And first of all, I put all the three knobs in the middle, right in the middle. So, and I think the rest is pretty clean, so that you can just listen to the typical Musicman sound. Okay, so here is the cheap bass. It's a Quinto bass from the 90s. And well, I actually can't say anything about this brand. Quinto is a company that produced instruments for low budget in the 90s. And you could buy it from drums to guitars or even trumpets, all from Quinto. And I was looking for the brand Quinto in the internet, but I couldn't find anything today. So it was a short time thing. But if you are looking for a cheap version of a Musicman Stingray, you have to look for this humbucker pickup. And this was the reason why I got this bass once in the 90s, because it sounded pretty well, as you can hear. There are actually huge differences between the Musicman Stingray and this cheap one. Think of the price. When I got this bass, I actually paid something about 100 bucks for this bass. And nowadays you can get cheap copies of a Musicman Stingray for about 200 bucks. And think of the price of a new Musicman Stingray. Yeah, and especially if you're playing with a pick, you can feel the low end of this bass. And I think playing with a pick is more interesting to play on such a bass than actually on a Stingray. So let's have a look at this bass. Actually, it's a, let's say, interesting shape of this bass. And I couldn't find any bass that looks the same as this. And maybe you know anything about this shape. If you know anything about this kind of shape of a bass, please write it down in the comments. I would be very interested in knowing more about the shape of this bass. It's not a high-end bass, as you can see and as you can hear, but I think it's a bass that makes fun to play, especially with a pick. And so if you think of buying a Musicman Stingray, think of buying a copy with a huge humbucker pickup first. And you can get those basses for about 200 bucks today. And most of them look nicer. Most of them look better than this bass. I actually do not like the shape of this bass, but it doesn't matter. It's fun to play the bass. Okay, I know it's not fair to compare such a cheap bass with a Musicman Stingray. But if you are looking for a Musicman sound and if you are playing with a pick, think of buying a cheap copy of a Musicman Stingray, a passive one. If you know anything about Quintos, if you know anything about the shape of the bass, please let me know and write it down in the comments. And if you want to see more of those videos, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. And always remember, bass playing is hard working.